the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Straight ahead on the news at noon, several kids hurt after a school crash in Montgomery County, what we know so far. And later, commuter headaches. We now will have how you can navigate best through the George Washington Parkway. And good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. We're following developing news in Montgomery County after several children were taken to the hospital after a school bus crash. It happened at the 1300 block of Columbia Pike. 5 people were sent to the hospital, 4 children, 1 adult. The bus was serving Fairland Elementary School, and they all have non-life-threatening injuries. Now, what exactly led up to the crash still remains under investigation. And in D.C., fire and EMS crews rescued a worker who had a medical emergency at a construction site. It happened near the Hillsdale community. You can see first responders used a Stokes basket. The person, we are told, was conscious and alert. A commuter alert for you this afternoon. Drivers, brace yourselves. If you ever use the GW Parkway, chances are you might spend more time sitting in traffic than usual. DC News Now's Joseph Omo covers transportation for us. He has what you need to know.
I got one piece of advice for you. Grab whichever headache medicine works the best, because you are going to need it over the next couple of years. You know, the National Park Service, which is in charge of the road work here, says that this project isn't going to wrap up until December of 2025, which means one of the DMV's busiest roadways, 26 million travelers every year, is about to get a whole lot more congested. So what's actually happening? Well, all it takes is one drive on the GW Parkway to know that the roads here need some work. There are potholes, there are patches, lots of uneven areas. It certainly does not make for a pleasant drive. So construction crews will breathe new life into the roadway over the next couple of years. We're talking new asphalt, new roadside barriers, new walls, everything you would expect with a new road. But in order to do that, they have to shut down a considerable amount of the parkway. Take a look at this. The GW Parkway, normally 2 separate roadways, right? 2 lanes northbound, some trees in the middle, and then 2 lanes southbound. That is changing. During the morning and evening rush hour, the northern part of the roadway from Route 123 all the way up to the Capitol Beltway, it's going to be shrunk down to just 3 lanes, and for the rest of the day, shrunk even more to just 2 lanes. So here's the deal. The best way to get through all of this is actually to go around it. Try not to use the GW Parkway if you don't have to. If you do have to use it, use navigation on your phone, Apple Maps, Google Maps. If there's any red lines along the GW Parkway, it's probably not going to be a smooth ride in to DC or out of DC. The National Park Service is also offering an email sign up for anybody who wants traffic alerts sent directly to their inbox. That's a really good option. You guys know me. Use the Metro if you can as well. If you have a station by your house, use it to get into DC. That's going to be quicker than sitting in the traffic here along the GW Parkway. Reporting here, I'm Joseph Omo, DC News Now. Back to you.
All right, Joseph, thank you. In Prince George's County, business owners say the long-delayed Purple Line light rail project is taking a toll on their bottom line. They say the biggest problem they're facing is the amount of parking space lost to construction. Well, now they hope a grant can help and bring in customers. FSC first launched the Purple Line grant for businesses in the county. One owner says that he loves the idea but struggling to get the grant.
There were some questions I needed to ask the company. They say they will get back to me. I haven't heard anything from them. So I couldn't finish the application because I was waiting on them to get back with me.
And Clyburn says that he would use the money to renovate his shop and buy new equipment. He believes that this will bring in more customers. The Purple Line project expected to be finished by 2026. And taking a look outside this afternoon, a bit chillier today, but the sun is out. So the question is, will we see a warm-up? Let's go to meteorologist Damon Matson. Latest check on the forecast. And Damon, what's it going to be today?
Well, Mark, it's definitely feeling chilly. Like you said, a change of pace after what we had at the end of last week. And if you're holding your breath to see those warm temperatures again, I wouldn't wait too much longer. It's going to stay chilly. Check it out, though. That sunshine, it's definitely plentiful, especially across D.C., most of Northern Virginia, Southern Maryland, but much like yesterday, we are going to see some clouds kicking in into the afternoon because we have that cooler air in place. Easier for those clouds to form up, and we're already seeing a bit of cloud cover back across Cumberland, Martinsburg, and Hagerstown. And there are those temperatures certainly cooler than what we started this past weekend with, and it's not going to get much warmer from here. We're talking upper 50s down to our southern and eastern counties, still in the 40s to near 50 degrees once you hit Interstate 81 and get back into the higher terrain. So that's the play, folks. We're going to have a good mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures will do their best to jump back up into the low 60s, but that's still a good 10 degrees below average for this time of year. So just be prepared for the chillier air in the afternoon, but it's going to get colder tonight, and with the growing season well underway, we do have a freeze watch covering pretty much all of West Virginia, Western Maryland, and even into the western portion of Virginia for tonight. So bring those plants in, protect them, cover them up the best you can, because it is going to be a very frigid one. Do we see any warmer temperatures before the week is over? And also, do we see any rainfall coming our way once again? We'll have your full forecast in just a bit.
I'm angry, upset.
It's devastating. It shows me that our work is far from done.
We are hearing from local leaders on the 2 shootings in Congress Heights this past weekend. D.C. police say that it will increase its presence around the neighborhood. Officials say that 8 people were shot in 2 shootings on Friday night. A 12-year-old girl was one of the victims. They believe the 2 incidents are connected. Police say that all the victims are expected to recover. The advisory neighborhood commissioner for the area of District 8 is weighing in on the shootings. He's calling for an end to the violence that has rocked not only the neighborhood, but the district.
We've had excessive violence, in this community for a while, but no matter how many times it happens, it's still heart-wrenching to see.
And we also had a chance to speak with neighbors, and they say that they hope the increased police presence will make a difference. And police are looking for a black sedan that they believe that the suspects used in the shootings. Anybody with information is asked to contact Metro Police. Well, 2 top prosecutors in the DMV are pleading for a recall of used Hyundai and Kia models. Both vehicles have become targets for thieves. And according to city officials, carjackings in D.C. are up 300% in the past week compared to the same time last year. And so far, there have been nearly 150 carjackings in 2023. Now, that is a 21% increase compared to last year. And according to Prince George's County Police, this year there have been over 2,500 stolen vehicles in the county. And prosecutors are now saying that certain used Kias and Hyundais lack anti-theft engine immobilizers. Both D.C. and Maryland's attorneys general say that they want the cars recalled. They sent a letter to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration requesting recalls for those cars made between 2011 and 2022. Our consumer reporter Ben Dennis spoke to a member of the D.C. Attorney General's office about the letter.
This is a national issue, and it's a real public safety issue, and it's one that's also hitting hard in the district. And these vehicles are being stolen, but they're also being used in other crimes. And that's an issue that we need to address. And through this letter, as a first step, we're trying to accomplish that goal.
In a statement to DC News Now, a spokesperson for the NHTSA did not specify if they will issue a recall. Well, this weekend, the U.S. military evacuated personnel and diplomats from the U.S. Embassy in Sudan, but other Americans remain inside the country as fighting continues. Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley has more from Capitol Hill.
The U.S. Embassy also announced that it's suspending operations in the country until the fighting there stops. Now, Sudan collapsed last week after fighting started between the Sudanese army and a paramilitary group, each vying for control of the country. The power struggles led to intense and deadly fighting across the capital of Khartoum. U.S. Special Forces evacuated embassy personnel over the weekend, entering the country by helicopters, and were not fired upon, according to U.S. officials. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken watched the evacuation process play out remotely, but there's estimated to be around 16,000 U.S. citizens still living in Sudan. The administration says it will try to continue to help those stuck in the country. Over the weekend, lawmakers said American safety in Sudan is a top priority.
Right now, if I were an American in Sudan, I would shelter in place, and hopefully we can find a way to end the fighting, get humanitarian aid, and get our people out.
I am concerned about the safety and security of U.S. nationals who've been serving in humanitarian missions or in other ways across the country.
And the State Department says Americans outside of Sudan should not travel to the country for any reason. That's the latest here on Capitol Hill. We'll send it back to you guys.
Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin met with the president of Taiwan to discuss ideas to help strengthen their business relationship. Their relationship includes mutual trade and investment initiatives. Governor Youngkin also signed an executive order establishing Virginia's first Office of Economic Development in Taiwan's capital. Virginia exported $730 million in produce to Taiwan in 2022 and imported $1 billion in goods. Well, Maryland Congressman just hit a huge milestone, and it has nothing to do with politics. Jamie Raskin has officially undergone his last chemotherapy treatment for lymphoma. Raskin represents part of Montgomery County, and he spoke Friday about being cancer-free during a conversation with a group called Bold Progressives.
The doctors tell me that the chemotherapy has extinguished the cancer cells, at least as far as they can tell. It's almost extinguished me in the process, but I'm hanging in there and I'm going to make it through. And so I want to thank you guys for standing by me and standing with me this whole time. And they promised me that my eyelashes and my eyebrows and my hair will come back one day soon. So fingers crossed there.
The congressman was diagnosed 4 months ago. He started wearing the bandanas when his hair was falling out. He calls them chemo head cover fashions. Well, retailer Bed Bath & Beyond has filed for bankruptcy after several years of poor sales. The company said making this move allows them to slowly close down remaining stores. They have nearly 500 stores across the country, and they plan to close all locations by the end of June. Now, in stores and online sales will be available until then. And breaking now, Fox News says it has agreed to part ways with Tucker Carlson. This comes less than a week after settling a lawsuit over the network's 2020 election reporting. The network said that the popular and controversial primetime host's last program aired Friday. According to Fox News press release, there will be an interim host until a new host is named.